right, Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside the man, Danny Green. Danny, how are you feeling today, man?
Feeling good, man. It's early morning, but it's that time of year to be around some kids, help them learn, and they're excited. They'll have a lot of fun. They always ask a lot of funny questions and tell me some funny stories. So it's great to be able to be around kids and give back, and also be in Carolina. It's my first time doing this in Chapel Hill, so it's an experience and it's exciting.
Yeah, that was into my first question, man. Just being back here, giving back to the community. Your annual Skills and Leadership Basketball Camp, but first time here at the Dean Smith Center. Make it a little bit more memorable.
Yeah, for sure. You always remember your first year in anything. So my first year doing a camp here. I've done camps in New York, but my first year here, and hopefully we can build on it and continue to do this each year. But we had a good group of kids. It was a pretty good turnout. Happy with it, and the kids are happy, having fun. They get to interact with the current players.
Right.
I get to see these guys and all my former friends and family from here that I had. So I said it's all exciting time, and we're looking to have some fun this weekend.
Yeah, man, and how special is it for you seeing the continued impact you have on the lives of the youth?
Very special. It's very humbling. Never thought I'd be in this position. The last couple of years has been a whirlwind for me. Very surreal. Winning a championship and being a player that kids like this look up to and want to be like, just because I play basketball. I used to be one of these kids, and now, I'm the guys that come to camp that I used to look up to, which is kind of weird and strange to me. But anything that can help them, be whatever it is they want to be. Some of them also want to be basketball players, regardless of the fact, you got to have skills and leadership qualities in order to be successful in whatever it is you want to do.
Absolutely, man. And it's not just any ordinary basketball camp, as you mentioned. You and your staff are teaching the fundamentals of the game, but also life, life traits, life goals to have. But personally, for yourself, I know leadership's, an important trait for you. But how crucial has that been for you, your life on and off the court?
Very crucial. It definitely made me who I am. It's molded me to be successful and be organized and carry myself a certain way. If I didn't have those skills or weren't taught those things, I probably wouldn't be where I am today, because I wasn't the most athletically gifted player or person in the world. I had a little bit of height, but I had to work on the things I got, and I had to be smarter than everybody. I had to have a higher IQ and work harder than the rest of the guys. So teaching these kids the leadership and skills thing and the fundamentals of the game are very important. Fundamentals starts with everything, and we don't just have fun. It's a fun camp, but at the end of the day, we still want to teach them basketball and let them learn something.
And as you kind of mentioned earlier, going backtracking, your journey, man, just being here, all you've went through to get to this point, starting out at NBA, then a D League, overseas, now back in the league, being a force to be reckoned with for years to come. When you look back, man, on just all you've went through to get to this point in your life, what goes through your mind, man?
It's kind of crazy. I don't look back often, but when I do, I usually take one time out of summertime to reflect and enjoy, think about it. It's kind of emotional, roller coaster. It's crazy to see where I was at and where I've come from to where I am now. Like I said, it's like a dream, and I just hope I don't wake up. But I'm enjoying it as much as I can. Things are going well for me, and just continue to work regardless of what happens, because the experience that I've had has taught me to never get comfortable. So I'm going to continue to use those experiences to try to move forward and do better things.
And before the NBA, man, you had your stellar career here at Chapel Hill.
It was all right. I would say stellar. It was solid.
Yeah, well, one of three UNC players to win a national championship in college and an NBA championship. And you're also the only Tar Heel, I'm sure you've heard this, accumulate over 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, 200 assists, 100 blocks, 100 steals. What's your most memorable moment here at Chapel Hill, aside from the national championship?
Those are pretty unique stats to be a part of. Like I said, it's very humbling, and it's an honor to be up there with those names of greats of guys that have come before me. But the memorable times are just being here with my teammates, the family that I had before I left, and playing in Cameron, playing at State in Maryland, but beating Duke at Duke, on senior nights a couple times, and then just having fun with them and kicking it. Won an ACC title, regular season, and just having fun with my guys that I call brothers here. So the most memorable moments for me.
I don't think anybody really understands how intense I'm sure those matchups really are, man. From the fan perspective to the player perspective, is it accumulate a little bit more hype?
It's about
what it lives up to. Yeah.
It's hard to understand unless you're down here.
Right.
The only way for people to really understand or get any type of sense or taste of it is to be in Carolina or go to one of those games to see. And the best ones to go to, just for sure, here and at Cameron. So if you can catch one of those games, it's a bucket list game for most people in the world. You'll get a taste of what it's like. But the rivalry is crazy. It's the biggest rivalry in all the sports, I think. And there's a reason why. It's 10 minutes up the road, and the two great schools coached by 2 great coaches, and they have really good players each year. So it's a lot of fun to watch, and it was great to even better to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing like stepping on the court, man. I just got a few more questions for you. Now, obviously, man, member of San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs had a stellar offseason, man, bringing in All-Star forward LaMarcus Aldridge, veteran David West, then keeping the good core together. Yeah. Resigning yourself, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard. But what are your expectations for the 2015-16 season?
I think they did a great job, Pop and RC, of bringing those guys in and re-signing and keeping the foundation, the core. My expectations, to have a lot of fun and to win games, as it is every year. But we got the group, the roster to do it again, and hopefully we get the chemistry and put it together. And I'm sure Pop's going to do a great job of, figuring it out and how to put pieces together on the court that works. So when we stay healthy, the goal is to obviously win a championship and hopefully win more to come, and that'll be great for me. That's it's the ultimate team goal for us and for me every year.
Right, and I mean, sky's the limit with you guys, man. But being coached under one of the legendary coaches, Greg Popovich, then playing alongside future Hall of Famers Tony Parker and Tim Duncan, how has that taken your game to that next level?
Just learning how to be a professional. Learning how to be a great teammate. Those guys are the ultimate professionals and the greatest teammates I've ever witnessed as all-stars or superstars in the world. They don't have egos. They don't, get down on guys. They encourage guys. They're just all-around great guys and very high IQ players. And not all of them were the most talented. They just worked really hard. So you just take that from them, learn from them, be a sponge, and try to imitate and take some of the things that they've done from their game and how they pursued the game and their approach to the game is the biggest key, and try to be as successful as they can. Hopefully one day be a Hall of Famer like they are.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But before I let you go, I got to ask you, Danny, aside from basketball, what's one thing about Danny Green not many people know that you could share with us? Maybe special hobby or interest outside?
Not many, man. These days I'm big on movies and sleep.
Okay.
So I'm a big movie buff. I like to eat. I like to sleep. I like to do whatever comes. I like to try anything and everything once at least. I like to be outgoing and explore, and I like to travel. Summertime, I travel as much as I can. So if you ever follow me, I'm going to be a little bit everywhere in the summertime. Regardless of how much time it is, I'm trying to squeeze everything in. So traveling and seeing the world is one of the biggest things for me, and experiencing different cultures. But I'm big on movies and like I said, my sleep and food.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But travel to movies is probably the biggest things for me.
Any latest movies seen as of late?
The one I saw, I think it was the one with Ryan Reynolds in it. It's called Selfless.
Gotcha.
It was actually pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. Where an older man kind of puts his younger self into a younger body.
Oh, okay.
He puts his spirit, I guess, or his soul or brain into another younger body to make himself pay a lot of money to do it. It's a pretty good plot. A lot more action than I expected. But obviously there's some kinks that happened that he was trying to figure out. So it's a pretty good movie, and I enjoyed it. I go to movies quite often and see a lot of TV series, watch a lot of different TV series throughout the year, download them and watch them on the plane. Because I just had to travel a lot. So.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, does the traveling sometimes catch up to you a little bit, man, or did it take some time to get adjusted?
It does, especially with some allergies in different cities. So I got to make sure I take some allergy pills once in a while, but for the most part, my body's kind of used to it now.
Perfect, man. Hey, well, Derek Spallone, Danny Green, I appreciate your time, man.
Now we in Dallas, we starts praying to God, close eyes. Been down, came from the bottom. 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 Now I'm up, Lord.